losers. Well, so we saw Equity Bank, which led the chart of gainers with 1.55% share price appreciation and closed at 933.94 Ugandan shillings per share. And this was followed by Jubilee Holdings at plus 0.89%. We also saw KCB Group at plus 0.87% and Nation Media Group plus 0.61%. The two losers on the day were Airtel Uganda at minus 0.58% and Central Investment at minus 0.57%. Well, actually, MTN Uganda recorded the highest volume of 230,962 traded shares, followed by Stanbic Bank Uganda. Stanbic Bank Uganda had 100,000, Airtel Uganda had 48,900, and National Insurance Corporation 20,000. Also, regarding the performance of the Ugandan Securities Exchange Market Indices, the benchmark USE All-Share Index climbed 2.73 and that's a 0.31% points to close at 893.77, representing a one-week gain of 0.5%, a four-week loss of 0.23%, and an overall year-to-date loss of 26.29%. The USE Local Company Index, on the other hand, decreased by 0.17% to 275.68 points, making it a one-week loss of 0.13%, a four-week loss of 1.5%, and a year-to-date gain of 1.1%. But last on the list, we have the Zimbabwe Stock Exchange, and the trading on the Zimbabwe Stock Exchange, ZSE, saw a 65% decline in volume and 50% decline in turnover. Now, a total of 592,900 shares corresponding to a market value of 887 million Zimbabwean dollar were traded. The current market capitalization of the Zimbabwe Stock Exchange at the close of trading yesterday was 15.9 trillion Zimbabwean dollar. In the aggregate, 20 Zimbabwe Stock Exchange listed equities participated in trading, ending with 5 gainers and 6 losers. Edgar Stores led the gainers with 0.71% share price appreciation, closing at 92.6520 Zimbabwean dollar per share, and that was closely followed by Pro Plastics Limited at plus 0.17%. We also have the CBZ Holdings at plus 0.12% and Eco Cash Holdings Zimbabwe Limited at 0.06%. Well, on the losing side, we saw OK Zimbabwe, which came out last with an end-of-day price depreciation of 2.35% at 195 Zimbabwean dollar per share. And that was followed by Econet Wireless Zimbabwe Limited, and that was at 0.26%. We also saw Tangada Tea Company at 0.15% and Delta Corporation at 0.06%. However, Delta Corporation recorded the highest volume of 202,000 traded shares, and that was followed by OK Zimbabwe at 165,000, and also Star Africa Corporation 69,600, and Tangada Tea Company 65,900. Regarding the performance of ZSE market indices, the benchmark ZSE All-Share Index inched up 32.04, that is a 0.2% points to close at 197,000, representing a one-week gain of 3.05%, a four-week gain of 14.78%, and an overall year-to-date gain of 914.13%. At the end of the day, we're actually waiting patiently for, the updates from these African markets. Now, let's take a look at the global economy. The global economy is expected to slow to 2.6% for the coming year. According to a Reuters poll of economists, a number of big banks should expect global growth to slow further in 2024. Now, this is most likely going to be triggered by elevated interest rates, higher energy prices, and uncertainties in the world's two largest economies, although they see less chances of a recession. According to the poll, while the global economy is forecast to grow 2.9% this year, recession could be avoided, but Europe and the United Kingdom may still see it a milder form. Now, coming back to Nigeria now, where there has been a fluctuation in the stability of the naira, investment analysts have advised that a good investment, whether short, medium, or long term, would help in the rainy days. Olatunde Oluwatoyi is a financial analyst and his thoughts are not any different. We'll take a quick break. When we come back, we'll have Oluwatoyi on the show. Do join us again. Right, you are watching Global Market Updates live on Politics and Business Television. We're actually making an effort now to connect with Oluwatoyi Olatunde, financial analyst, who we expect to join us live from Lagos to help us get sense of what investment to delve into, especially at a time when the inflation rate in Nigeria is quite disturbing. And of course, there are a number of scammers out there who are actually waiting patiently to look for a scapegoat, for the lack of better words. So Oluwatoyi is going to help us get sense of what mutual funds or mutual bonds is all about, because we understand that there are a handful of investment options out there. Now, Oluwatoyi, good afternoon to you. Right. If you can hear me, Oluwatoyi.
Yeah, I can, yes.
Right.
Good afternoon.
Thank you very much for joining us on Global Market Update.
You're welcome.
Right. If you can hear me, mutual funds happens to be one of, the many investment options. Let's get your insight on this.
So mutual funds are actually full of funds. No, not really. When people want to a risk of investment, but we now realize that some are being done when it comes to level of ownership. For example, if you want to buy covered convention, you expected to come inside the about 50 million naira. If you want to buy standard private, you expected to, somehow the expected entry amount can be very high. If you want to buy some stocks and so on, you realize that difficult for an ordinary retail investor to subscribe into. So for the expert trading the idea of mutual funds. Mutual fund is a professionally managed pool of funds where, for example, let's say you have 5 investors, give them away seeds that give them away like now, let's say 10,000 naira. Okay, I have 10,000 naira.
All right, Oluwatoyi, we're very sorry. It appears we're having a little bit of technical issues right here, but we'll take this quick break, and when we come back, the conversation will continue. Do join us again.
side of commercial paper, but a mutual fund allows you even have some mutual funds with entry level as low as 2,000 naira. So coming in with your 2,000 naira, you can now determine the number of units that can be in your holdings. But one thing you need to understand about mutual funds, we have different types.
Okay.
And it is the underlying assets that will determine the name of the particular mutual fund you are subscribing to. We have the stock fund, also known as the equity fund. A mutual fund like that is already telling you that the contributions into this particular fund is going into the purchase of shares.
Okay.
So the performance of such mutual fund is determined by the performance of the stock market. It can also be a bond fund, a bond mutual fund. The name will also speak to you that, oh, the contribution into this bond fund is going to arrays of bonds, maybe with different maturities or with different issuers. That can be a bond fund.
Okay, so in a more, I'm sorry to bother you, Olatui, in a more explicit, explanation, what exactly is the difference between mutual fund and mutual bond?
Okay, so mutual fund is like a generic name.
Okay.
Under mutual fund, we now have different classes. We have the bond mutual funds. We have the equity mutual fund. We have the halal mutual fund, that is Islamic-based mutual fund.
Okay.
So we have the money market fund. So each category of the mutual fund is speaking to the underlying assets it's being invested in. Like the halal mutual fund is invested in products or underlying assets like Mudaraba, Islamic products. Bond fund can be invested in the NGN bond, corporate bonds, and what have you. Stock fund can be invested or are likely invested in the stock market, like I said. Then the most common one, the money market fund. Money market are actually short-term government securities, like the treasury bills, interbank placements, promissory notes. We have commercial paper. So the name money market fund. Money markets are products.
Okay.
The money market fund, the fund is being invested in the products, the underlying asset like that.
Okay.
That I mentioned, like the money markets, like the T-bills, the interbank placements, the commercial papers.
So at the end of the day, this kind of investment, is it supposed to be short, medium, or long term?
Okay, usually investments in mutual funds are still at the discretion of both the fund manager and also the investor. So usually each mutual fund is expected to have a minimum holding period. Like money market fund, for example, most of the fund managers will tell you that the minimum holding period for investments like this is 30 days. So if you are putting in money today, you are not expected to come and withdraw from the money till middle of next or January.
Okay.
So if you choose to come withdraw before then, you will be charged. Maybe you may lose part of the interest you've accrued or what have you, depending on the rule that you signed. And definitely there's going to be documents like contract notes that you're going to sign before the subscription into the fund. So like for the bond fund, it's usually maybe 90 days. After 90 days, you can come around and take out your money. So after the 30 days, you can choose to leave it for another 1 year, another 5 years. Some even leave it for many years. And the reason is because mutual funds are usually professionally managed.
Okay.
You don't have to worry about what is happening in the stock market, what is happening in the bond market. The fund manager is expected to be skilled enough to be able to allocate assets and maximize returns for contributors.
All right. I'm afraid we just have to leave the conversation here now. Olatunde Oluwaturi, a financial analyst. Thank you so much for your time on the show.
You're welcome. Thanks for having me.
Right.
Bye.
And, you've heard from Olatunde Oluwaturi, who is a financial analyst. So if you're looking at where to invest your money, especially at this time, mutual fund or bond will be the best option. But that's it for the global market update for today. Until tomorrow, do have yourself a great day ahead.